Okay, this is 10.2 or 9.2, so find arc measures. So, first thing we're going to talk about is a central angle. So if we have a circle, and we have the center of the circle, a central angle, excuse me, a central angle is made at the center of the circle. So it is made by the two sides are both radiuses because they hit the center and they go out to the circle. So that is a central angle. A minor arc, so if I have a circle here, a piece of the outside is called an arc. So let's say from here to here, this piece on the outside or on the circle is called an arc. A minor arc would just have to be less than 180 degrees. So if you think about your diameter, splits it in half, right? So there's 180 degrees that go around here, and then there's 180 degrees that go around here to make total 360. A minor arc would be anything smaller than 180 degrees. And this is named with two letters, and we'll explain that a little bit more down below. A major arc would be more than 180 degrees, but obviously less than 360. So we have our circle. Here's the diameter. So a major arc may start here and go around. You can't really see that color on there. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. And it's just larger than 180 degrees, so it goes more than the diameter. A semicircle is exactly half the circle. So if I have my diameter, a semicircle would be one side from diameter end to the other diameter end. Measuring arcs. The measure of a minor arc is the same measure of its central angle. So if there's 50 degrees right here in the central angle, that means that this arc is 50 degrees. This is how you name arcs right there. So it says measure of arc AB. I don't know if you can see that. That's how you name an arc. This would be a minor arc because it's only two letters. Major arc is named with three letters. So if it's over 180 degrees, like this guy right here, I may be talking about this arc that goes like this. That's a major arc. So I'd say arc A to B to C. How you would have to draw it in that order. This could also be this could also be C to B to A if I want to go the other way. Same one. So, minor arc, less than 180, major arc, more than 180, semicircle is 180. The central angle is also equal to the arc's length, or arc's number of degrees. Arc addition postulate, next one, would say that the measure of two adjacent arcs makes up the sum of the entire arc. So let's say AB is, let's say, 100 degrees. And C to B is 120. That means that arc A to B to C is equal to 220 degrees. Okay. Congruent circles are two circles that have the exact same radius. They would be exactly the same size. And then congruent arcs are two arcs that have the same measure and are arcs on the same circle or on congruent circles. This should be on. Name the arcs shown in bold. So this is bold, so that would be arc A to B. Right here is bolded, so we have to go around in a circle, and it's a major arc, so I need three letters. So I'm going to go A to D to B if I'm going this way, or B to D to A if I'm going the other way. This one is a semicircle, and I know that because it goes diameter to diameter. I'm going to name it with three letters again, P to S to Q. Or I could do Q to S to P. Kind of like when you're naming angles, you have to go in order. Same thing here. Okay. What I want for you to do is I want for you to pause me, try 4 through 11 on your own, and unpause me when you're done. Okay, so A to E, F to E is our diameter, so that would be our semicircle. So if I'm starting at A and going to E, that's less than the semicircle, so that would be a minor arc. A to E to B. So A to B is also a diameter, so if I go A to E to B, that is the start and end point of my diameter, so that would be a semicircle. F to D to E, again, same thing. F to E is a diameter, so F to D to E would be end point to end point on my diameter, so that would be a semicircle. D to F to B. So now I knew to go backwards because I have to hit F before I hit B. If I went this way, I would go through B. So I have to go D to F to B. That is more than half because A to B is half. It's more than half, so that is a major arc. And they use 3 letters. F to A would just be this little section there, so that's a minor arc, and we have 2 letters. B to E, small, so that's minor. B to D to A, again I'm going around this way because I have to hit D before A, and that goes endpoint to endpoint on that diameter, so that is a semicircle. And then last one is F to B. It would go this way because I am not doing a major arc because it would have told me 3 letters, so it must be a minor arc, so it would be this guy, so that's minor. Okay, in circle O, O is my center, so that's why we are calling it circle O. M to Q and N to R are diameters. Find the indicated measure. Go ahead and pause me. Try these and unpause me when you're done. M to N is the same as the central angle, so that would be 70 degrees. N to Q, this is 30 degrees, because it says right there. Now, this M to Q is 180 because it's a semicircle. So I would have to take 180, and I'm going to subtract off the 70 that's already taken up, and the 30 that's down here. That leaves me with 80 degrees. So this angle in here is 80 degrees. So N to Q would be 80 plus 30, so that's 110. N to Q to R, that's a diameter, so that's 180 degrees because it's a semicircle. M to R to P, so M to Q is 180 because it's a semicircle. But then I have to add on Q to P an additional 30, so that's 210. Q to R, well, I have 30 degrees here and 80 degrees here, and this N to Q to R would be 180. So I do 180 minus that 80 degrees right here, and minus that 30 degrees in there. That gives me 180 minus 110, which is 70 degrees left for this guy. So if I want Q to R, it's just 70. M to R, so again, semicircle is M to R to Q, so it's 180, but this angle is 70, so the rest has to be what's left over, so that'd be 110. Q to M to R, so major, right? So 180 to go all the way back to M plus 110, so that'd be 180 plus 110, so that is 290 degrees. P to Q, this little one, is 30 degrees, that's a minor. P to R to N, so major, so I'm going to do 30 plus 70 to give me 100, plus 110 to give me 210, and I'm ending at N, so plus 70, so 210 plus 70 would be 280. Then last one, M to Q to N, so I have to go around this way, M to Q to N. So that's essentially everything except for this 70 degrees, so I'm going to take 360, I'm going to subtract off that 70 degrees, and I get 290. Okay, a couple more questions. So down below, find the indicated measure. Go ahead and pause me and try these 3 on your own. Unpause me when you're done. So, as a reminder, 360 total, but then this one's 90. So I'm going to do 360 minus that 90, and I get 270 degrees there. But if you see, this arc is equal to this arc, so that means this angle will be equal to this angle. So to find just one of those, I divide that by 2, and I get 135. So A to C is 135 degrees. This one, if you notice, all 3 are congruent, so that's 360 all the way around divided by 3. They're all going to be equal to give me 120. They want me to go A to C to B, so that's 2 of those. So I'm going to multiply that by 2, and I get 240 degrees. And then one more on this section, D to A to B. Well, D to A is 180, and then to find this one up here, A to D this way is also 180. So we have 180 degrees for that semicircle, minus this 90 that's in here, so that gives me 90 degrees left for both of these. But we notice that they are congruent, so I just divide by 2 to get that each one of those is 45 degrees. So now to go D to A to B, I do 180 plus 45, so I get 225 degrees. Okay, bottom section. Tell whether A to B is congruent to C to D. And for me to be able to tell that, I would have to know something about it. So A to B is this guy, C to D is this guy. These two are vertical angles, and we know that vertical angles are congruent. So since their vertical angles are congruent, those are also central angles. That means that their arcs are congruent, so this is yes. Here, this is equal to this, but do I know that the radius on this is equal to the radius on this? I don't. If the radiuses were equal, then I could say that those arc measures were also equal, but since I don't know the radiuses are equal, I cannot say that they are the same slices of pie. We don't know if we have a medium pizza and a large pizza, and then taking out a slice of both would be different sizes. Next one, A to B, in this case would be 110. C to D, in this case would be the 360 all the way around, minus the 115, minus the 135. So 360 minus 115 minus 135. And I get 110 on that. So that is 110. And this is 110. And they also showed me that the radius are equal. So that means that they are congruent circles. So this one would be a yes. All right. So what you need to do now, there is a Schoology assignment. And then you also need to do the next page in your supplemental packet, this guy, and then put the answers to the questions in the Schoology assignment that is in there also. Thanks.